I used to think credit card debt happened because people were reckless. Bad choices, no self-control, big mistakes. Then one day I opened my banking app and realized I was one of those people. Not drowning, not panicking, just quietly carrying a balance that refused to go away. If you've ever paid your credit card bill and somehow owed almost the same amount the next month, this story is probably closer to your life than you'd like to admit. It started harmlessly. I used my credit card the way everyone says you should. For convenience, for emergencies, for smart spending. Groceries went on it, fuel went on it, small online purchases, nothing dramatic. I told myself I was responsible because I never missed a payment. That detail mattered to me. It made me feel in control. But month after month, the balance didn't shrink. It hovered. Sometimes it even grew despite my payments. I didn't understand how money could leave my account and still feel stuck. The first realization came slowly, and honestly, I ignored it at first. I noticed I always paid the same amount. Not because it was strategic, but because it felt comfortable. The minimum payment was easy. A little extra felt responsible. Anything more felt inconvenient. So I stayed right there. Comfortable. What I didn't see was that comfort had a cost. Interest was quietly doing its thing every single day, whether I paid attention or not. At first, the interest didn't scare me. It was just a number, a small line item I scrolled past. But emotionally, something changed. I started dreading statements, avoiding exact totals, rounding numbers down in my head so they felt smaller. I'd tell myself things like, at least it's not that bad. Other people have way more debt. I'll deal with it when things calm down. Things never calm down. Here's where the stress crept in. Any unexpected expense, car trouble, medical bill, family request, went straight back on the card, because where else would it go? That's when I realized something uncomfortable. My credit card wasn't just debt anymore. It was my backup plan, and that's a dangerous role for debt to play. The turning point didn't come from a spreadsheet or a finance video. It came from frustration. I remember making a payment I felt proud of, bigger than usual. I checked my balance a few days later and felt nothing. No relief, no progress, just the same heavy number staring back. That's when I finally asked a question I'd been avoiding. Why am I working this hard just to stand still? I sat down and did something I hadn't done honestly before. I looked at how much of my payment actually went toward the debt and how much went toward interest. Seeing that breakdown changed everything. It wasn't that I wasn't paying, it was that I wasn't attacking anything. My payments were polite, the debt was aggressive, and polite doesn't win that fight. The next shift wasn't dramatic, it was psychological. I stopped seeing my credit card as monthly maintenance and started seeing it as a problem that needed an end date. Not someday, not eventually, an end. That mindset alone changed how I behaved. Instead of asking, how much can I pay without discomfort, I started asking, what can I temporarily give up to speed this up? Not forever, not painfully, just temporarily. Fewer deliveries, delaying upgrades, saying no to things I wouldn't even remember next month. And here's the surprising part. My life didn't get worse. It got quieter. As the balance started dropping, actually dropping, I felt something I hadn't felt before. Momentum. Every payment mattered now. Every reduction felt real. The debt stopped feeling endless. It started feeling beatable. That emotional shift was everything. I also stopped adding new charges unless I absolutely had to, not because I suddenly became disciplined, but because using the card now felt like undoing my own work. Once progress becomes visible, self-control becomes easier. Not perfect, just easier. Month by month, the balance shrank. Not magically, not overnight, but consistently. And something unexpected happened when the debt got smaller. My stress dropped faster than the balance. I slept better. I planned more confidently. I stopped avoiding numbers. Debt had been taking up mental space I didn't even realize I'd given it. When I finally paid it off, there was no celebration, no big moment, just a quiet sense of relief and a little disbelief that something that once felt permanent wasn't. Here's the part that matters if you're watching this right now. Paying off credit card debt isn't really about math. It's about clarity and commitment. Clarity about how interest actually works against you. Commitment to making the debt uncomfortable so progress becomes comfortable instead. You don't need extreme sacrifice. You need intention. So if you're stuck paying and getting nowhere, try this one simple shift. Stop aiming for what feels easy this month. Start aiming for what shortens the timeline, even a little. Because once your debt starts moving in the right direction, everything changes. And one day you'll open your app, see a zero where stress used to live, and wonder why you didn't start sooner. Not with guilt, with relief.